Hello, Coach Martin Camden here. I wanted to help people with relationships, that are in trouble, primarily male-female relationships, but all other kinds of relationship might actually be able to adapt what I say here. Now, where a relationship is in trouble and it's the wife or the girlfriend who's seeing things going downhill and is thinking, well, maybe this has got to come to an end. This kind of abuse or this kind of misunderstanding can't go on forever. There is a relationship coach called Laura Doyle who would be right up. She only works with women, if you're LGBTQ, perhaps you should approach her to see whether you're the kind of person she can help. I primarily, I'll help anybody, but primarily my advice applies to, heterosexual men and women. Although, I can adapt, adapt my thinking, my analysis, etc., to any situation. Now, have I mentioned Laura Doyle? Her website is www.lauradoyle.org. Laura Doyle is one word, www.lauradoyle.org. Now, I do have on my television at the moment one of the most important videos. Laura Doyle's created many videos on YouTube. The one on my television screen right now is episode 56, entitled The 5 Relationship Hacks All Women Should Know About But Don't. I'll just give you a little glimpse of this if I can. Where are we? There's my television, and it's got this Laura Doyle video on it at the moment. I'll just sort of home in perhaps to the writing, if you can see that. I hope you can see that. The 5 Relationship Hacks All Women Should Know But Don't, by relationship coach Laura Doyle. Anyway, I've read a few notes, and this won't take long. I'll just read my notes out. I might actually put together a better quality video at a later date. This is just very makeshift on my smartphone. Okay, starting off. If one of you is feeling grumpy, disgruntled, resentful, depressed or angry about a situation that just won't go away, then what should they do? Well, the wife, if the wife is feeling, miserable and going downhill, one thing she could do is strike up a relationship with Coach Laura Doyle. Website www.lauradoyle.org. Now, the wife could start off just by watching Laura Doyle's videos on YouTube, or she could buy, one or more of Laura Doyle's books. Her flagship book, for married couples is called The Empowered Wife, and but I think she has other books for single women, trying to find a suitable partner. But for a marriage, or a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship that could be promising if it wasn't going downhill quickly, then Laura Doyle, her videos on YouTube, and her flagship book, The Empowered Wife, is the thing for you. Now, at the same time, if the husband's the one who's getting a bit fed up of, he's trying to get a message across to his wife, and he feels, that he's failing to get through to her, and he's just making her, perhaps he feels she's being stubborn, and the more he challenges her stubbornness, the more stubborn she gets, whatever. He should strike up a relationship with me. That's Coach Martin Camden, and the best way to get me involved is to send me an email. Now, I've got a strange email address. I might change this to something more obvious, but right now, the email address, all one word, is skydazzle1971. Sky, S-K-Y, dazzle, D-A-Z-Z-L-E, laura1971@gmail.com. Send me an email, and then we'll actually exchange emails and decide how best to have a voice to voice or video to video, whatever's appropriate to the situation. Now, at the same time as this, I mean, depending on how bad things get, if one person is feeling, pessimistic, or, sort of like had enough, and there's sort of, well, if this goes on for a few days longer, then I'm going to have to get a solicitor involved and move out or start divorce proceedings. It doesn't matter whether this is the husband or the wife. Somebody should move out temporarily. A local cheap hotel, if the budget will allow, and but I can assure you that the budget of staying in a hotel for 1 or 2 weeks, but also don't just move out. One of you move out to a local cheap hotel, but if the wife tries to contact, get involved with Laura Doyle, and the husband tries to get involved with me, then between the four of us, the husband, the wife, Laura, and me, who will undo all the blockages. We'll undo all the communication hang-ups, the communication breakdown triggers. We will repair. Between the four of us, the wife, the husband, Laura, and me, we'll have you moving back in, sooner rather than later. And another good reason for moving out is for the sake of the children. If there are children, then think about it. I mean, which one of you should move into a local hotel, or a friend's bedroom, friend's spare bedroom, or even a friend's sofa, or if your parents live nearby, quite often, typically, but not always. The wife's mother often moves to be close to the wife. So if one of you stays on the sofa of the wife's mother, or any other relative who's nearby, that would be fine. It doesn't really matter. Actually, just off the cuff, it'd probably be best if the wife's mother lives locally. It'd be probably better for the husband to sleep on the mother's sofa and not the wife, because mother-daughter relationships can be a bit sort of problematic, to say the least. Maybe we won't have to go there. I will take you there if absolutely necessary, but hopefully, it's not necessary to go there. But understanding. Well, not just mother-daughter relationships, but mother-son relationships, and all to do with this concept of being tied to your mother's apron strings. These so-called metaphorical, poetic, apron strings can affect daughters in one way and sons in another way, and also relevant, for those. Well, anyone interested in psychotherapy should read the books of Alice Miller, particularly her first 3 books, which is The Drama of Being a Gifted Child, and also For Your Own Good, and also Thou Shalt Not Be Aware. I mean, this is all about the dynamics of child abuse, but most people don't have to go there. But if you're a psychotherapist, I recommend reading those books, and then getting in touch with me, via my sort of gateway email, skydazzle1971@gmail.com. Right, anything else here? One you to move out temporarily whilst the right kind of professional's help is sought. And what else have we written here? Yes, but be warned. I'd say the right kind of professional support. There's an enormous amount of professional support out there which does more harm than good. Laura Doyle, before she did her own research, when she went for marriage guidance with her husband, because she wanted to save her relationship, she found the marriage guidance therapist to be to give bad advice. She then went and did her own research about relationships that people have been happily married for more than 10 years. And she actually wrote her first book, which was actually called First Kill All Marriage Counsellors. Because with your run-of-the-mill marriage counsellors, if you go to see a marriage counsellor, and not clued up marriage counsellor, you virtually guarantee divorce. This is what the statistics say. If you want to guarantee a divorce, see the wrong kind of relationship therapist. If you want to, if you want to guarantee, relationship recovery, or maybe amicable separation with shared parenting, whatever. The wonderful way is via me and Laura. But the worst that can happen with me and Laura, I think, is amicable separation, not this sort of nasty divorce where everyone ends up hating each other and the children have an absolute calamity to deal with. And acrimonious divorce. Well, I've had an acrimonious divorce firsthand. This all happened in about 1995. So I have first-hand experience of how to get into the shit and how to dig oneself out again. Laura tried to save her marriage. She realised that the marriage guidance counsellor was no good. She wrote this book, First Kill All Marriage Counsellors, which she then renamed. She updated it and renamed it The Empowered Wife. I would buy the most recent version of The Empowered Wife, but First Kill All Marriage Counsellors will introduce you to the 6 areas of intimacy and how not to, inadvertently, unwittingly sabotage what's going on in one or more of these 6 areas. So there we are. 12 minutes a little bit, and I've finished for now. So thank you for listening. Namaste.